Welcome. I'm Michael Singer, the author of The Untethered Soul and the Surrender Experiment. I'd like to introduce my new book, Living Untethered, Beyond the Human Predicament. This book goes very, very deep and is somewhat different than most spiritual books. Instead of saying, these are the problems you're having and these are the things you can do about it, it does that. But more importantly, it says, what is the nature of what it's like to be inside of you? What's it like to receive the senses and everything that's coming in from the outside world? What's it like to receive your mind? Why does your mind do what it does? Why does it say what it says? What about your heart? Why does your heart open and close? Not that it's a problem that it opens and closes. Why? What is the metaphysics, if you will, of how the heart works? So let's talk in this teaching, this sample teaching, let's talk about the heart. Living Untethered starts in a very beautiful place. What is the natural state of your heart? Every one of you, no matter what you've ever done, no matter what people think of you, your heart is the most beautiful thing in the world. It is open naturally at all times. You feel tremendous love. You feel tremendous energy and inspiration. That is the natural state of your heart. But most people sit there and say, excuse me, sir, that's not the natural state of my heart. The question is, why? Not what do I do about the fact that it's not the natural state of my heart? What techniques can I use? What practices I need to do? Well, we go into that too. But more importantly, why is that not what you're feeling? Because that is the natural state of your heart. And what happens is you realize when it's said and done, as you work through the book, is, believe it or not, it is something you're doing that is messing up the natural state of your heart. It's not what somebody else does. It's your heart. You're in there. And you will start to notice that you have interactions in life on a regular basis. Some of them are not so comfortable. Even little things, like somebody comes up and criticizes you. Somebody comes up and says something to you that you didn't want to hear. You will notice that the next time you see that person, you're not as open as you used to be. You may even avoid them because you weren't comfortable. That is what is messing up your heart. Not that the person said it. The fact that you couldn't handle that this from the outside world came into you and your heart didn't do well with it. Your mind didn't do well. And what you did was push it away. Try to, in essence, protect yourself from what was not comfortable to you. Well, that's natural. Whether it's natural or not, what it does is store inside of you a bad experience. It's called a samskara in yoga. So now you have stored inside of you an experience that you was not pleasant. It's going to come back up. Next time you see that person, it's coming back up. If you talk about it, it's coming back up. You have started to mess up your heart by storing these things inside. That's what Living Untethered is talking about and wants to talk to you about. Maybe instead of trying to fix your relationship with the person or make sure you never see them, maybe you need to learn to not do that. Maybe that is what is disturbing long-term. How many situations have you had across your life? Even bigger ones, way bigger than somebody says something you don't like. You have traumatic experience. You have all kinds of things can happen. And you store them inside. If you store bad experiences inside of your heart, you're not going to feel the love, openness, and inspiration that is natural to you. So the question is not what do you do about it? The question is how do you stop doing that? If that's the cause of the heart closing and the heart protecting itself and not feeling great love and openness and inspiration, you need to learn how to sit in there and handle the different situations that are going on in your life without storing blockages inside of you. That is one of the deepest teachings of Living Untethered. How to do that, and you can learn to do it. Every one of you can learn to do it. And it just teaches you to not take on any more blockages and how to release the blockages you already have so your heart can return to its natural state of unconditional love and unconditional inspiration and passion. That's the purpose of Living Untethered.